Okay. All right, it's recording. I can't believe it. I just did this whole thing 2 times in a row. The first time it wasn't recording at all. The second time it started recording and then it died. I can't even believe it. And this is my first time ever doing a video. I'm hot. It's okay. It's all right. This is part of doing business. This is hard work. It pays off. And that's all right. So I think I'm going to just start over.
In addition to the 10 things listed in this video, there are more things you can do to take your business to the next level. After watching this video, go ahead and download my Candle Makers Must-Have checklist by clicking the link below.
So I think it cut me off right when I started the list of what you need. So number 1 is you're going to need a fictitious name, a fictitious business name, which is basically a business name registered with your county. And they're also known as doing business as, or DBAs. But that's important to, and I'll get into a little bit more of that on my number 4. But the first thing you're going to need is a fictitious name, and you're going to need to decide how you're going to register it. Like, who's owning this name? Are you personally owning this name as yourself, as a sole proprietor, or is a different entity going to own this name? So me personally, I have my LLC owns my business name because it's another level of protection for me. And I want to say as a disclaimer, I'm not a financial planner or an attorney or any kind of legal professional. This is just me explaining my experience. But me personally, I have my fictitious name registered with my LLC to protect me and my assets. So that's number 1. I'm sorry I'm talking so fast. I just cannot believe I recorded that 2 times. But it's okay. The second thing that you're going to need is a domain name. A domain name is a web address or the URL, the thing in the top bar of when you type it in to your browser. So you're going to need to choose a domain name. It does not have to match your fictitious name perfectly. So, just letting you know, for example, I first started my business as Hella Charge because I was not offering candles yet. I was just doing jewelry and handmade items with crystals. And so when I decided to add a candle segment, I decided to change my domain name to Hella Charge and Lit. Self-explanatory. But yeah, so it doesn't have to be perfect. It can be, it doesn't even have to be related. It could just be candles.com and then it be a whole nother name, like, on your business, for your business name. But you definitely want to have a destination for your customer to go where they're going to find your products. And domain names are super affordable. I think they're, between $10 and $20 per year. And yeah, so a domain name is number 2. Number 3 is you're going to need to find a place to host your website. So you're going to need to decide, okay, am I going to have a free website, like a third-party thing like Etsy compared to Shopify, right? Shopify, it costs like $30 a month starting, whereas Etsy is free to start, and they only charge you a couple cents. Per listing. So there are other platforms like Big Cartel and Squarespace. So Shopify is not your only option. I personally use Shopify because I was already familiar with it because I use it with my fitness line Hella Snatched, which is another business that I have. So to me, it's super user friendly, and I think it's a great platform for beginners because it has 24-hour phone support. So if you run into a serious issue with your website, or if you're just really confused on how to print a label or anything like that, you can call in directly and get some advice as it pertains to the Shopify platform. So that's super helpful. So, and I like it because you can also set it to where your sales from your products will pay for your bills. So it will just take that first so that you don't have to remember to pay it. So it's really convenient, and it works for me. So the number 4 thing, which is super, super important, which goes along with the fictitious business name, is having a business bank account. You're gonna need to have a business bank account because you want a place to put your money that pertains to your business. That's important because you don't want to mix your personal accounting with your business accounting, because there's an entire set of business accounting items that don't pertain to you. Like, you charge sales tax and things like that. So just like you have your personal taxes, you also have business taxes. So you definitely want to keep that organized, even if let's say you don't know how to do those things yet. At least if you start off being organized and having everything separate, then whenever you do hand things off to an accountant, or if you do get into your own accounting, you know that you're okay, and it's organized, right? Your money at least is organized. And another reason to have a business bank account is, a lot of people don't really mention, but it's another way to leverage business capital, right? You can get business capital, whether it be a business credit card or business loans. There are things out there that will help fund your business, because everybody knows it takes money to make money, right? And everyone started somewhere. So there are things out there that are specific to starting a business that you would have more access to if you had a business bank account. So number 5 is going to sound silly, but really the most important thing, the most important thing is you need to have a product. Like, forget all this stuff. What's the point of having a website or anything if you don't have a product to sell? And so in this instance, I'm talking about candles. So just choosing one candle to start with, just something that you believe in, okay? So what I've noticed with candle making is you become addicted to buying candle fragrance oils. And so then you just, your mind goes wild, and you have like a million candles that you want to come out with. And that's great. And you can continue to plan for that, but at least have one that is going to sell or one that you can really stand behind, that you really believe in, that, you will keep selling, and I'll just give an example, like something, what I would choose as a product, like a first product, is something that is more neutral, where women definitely are the more buyers, but like something that is easy for someone to gift someone else, right? So not everybody likes food smells. Some people do, some people don't. My first candle, I think that's not a good example. Well, my first candle was more of a relaxing scent. That's what it was. It was more of a relaxing scent. And that seemed to go over well with men and women, right? So I've already kind of gotten a little bit of, surveyed a little bit of what the customer experience was with that first candle. So regardless, you can have, I'm not saying you only need one candle, you can have more than one candle, but you at least need one to start and to grow your business successfully online, that you're gonna stand behind and really sell it. So number 6 is good quality photos. So having good quality photos doesn't mean you have to have a photographer or a very expensive camera. You can definitely take amazing quality photos with your cell phone, and I'm gonna definitely post a video on how to do that, because how to do a product shot or a product photo shoot with your phone. But having those really clean, clean photos where your product is featured. It's not just like a product just sitting in the shop and there's like someone walking by and there's like some, you want the product to be featured and for it to look really enticing, because that's what's going to grab the customer's attention first. And then also, just people don't read. I hope nobody gets offended by that, but people really don't read. They will scroll. We're in this age where we're all scrolling through our phones so quick that a photo that catches your eye is really, really important, because that will stop the person and then they'll read, right? So having a good quality photo is definitely something to focus on. So then number 7 is having clear copy. So clear copy basically means like, you know, clear product descriptions, the text that's on your website, whether it be, you know, your store's description, your product's description, your product captions, like having clear to the point copy, right? Almost like less is more. Like you don't want to be too wordy or dry. Like you don't want to like be reading an essay or like a medical paper or anything like that. You want to kind of create a situation where you're helping the customer visualize, you know, the product that they're, you know, they're buying. So I'll give an example, like if you have a vanilla candle, and who knows, I might have this in my product description, but you know, you might say that like this, you know, hand-picked vanilla or something like hand-picked vanilla in like the islands of Madagascar or something, because Madagascar is known for their vanilla. That's an example. You're visualizing, you're putting yourself in that, like, wow, like this is some really nice gourmet vanilla that this candle is made out of, like, and it adds a sense of luxury to the item, right, just by the description. So having clear copy, super important. And then it also helps increase your SEO, which is your search engine optimization. And that's basically when a browser is crawling through your website looking for these keywords to help the customer who's in the search bar. Like let's say someone's searching for vanilla candle, it helps your website come up more, because the more you have vanilla candle, vanilla candle, vanilla candle all throughout your website, whether it be you have it in the caption and the description and the, you know, headline or whatever, you know, that helps your search engine optimization. So definitely take the time. Do not copy other people's stuff. Do not, because you will get caught. And also Google does these things where they'll suppress your website and your things if they read that you literally copied and pasted from someone else's site. And then also you can have legal consequences for things like that. Copyright infringement is something that you definitely don't want to get into. So take the time to write the little paragraph. It might take a long time though. Like it takes me like at least like I've taken an hour or longer to write a little bitty description, because you want to be really thoughtful because it's that important. Okay, so number 8 is policies. So you're having a website online, right? So pretty much everything someone sees is a photo or in writing. So along with that goes policies, and so that includes like your shipping policy, your return policy, but then also your terms and conditions, your privacy policy, things that pertain to your website. Remember, people are exchanging money with their credit card information through your website. So there are policies that are kind of already needing to be in place. The great thing about these third-party sites like Shopify and you know, Etsy and all these places, they already kind of have built-in policies because they're the ones exchanging the credit card information. You're not liable for that part because you're not ever seeing their credit card. So like I know with Shopify that they have a template already for their terms and conditions and things like that, where you just put your business name and it kind of has all of like the paragraphs and paragraphs and paragraphs filled out for you. The one thing you are responsible for though is figuring out what you want your return policies to be and your shipping policies. That's crucial because that will affect your customer experience. So, you know, you need to ask yourself, like, are you going to take returns right now? Or are you only going to do exchanges? Or are you not going to do any of those things? I have a different business where one of my products, I do not offer refunds because it's considered a undergarment. So I'm not about to return that because it's been on your body and that's gross. So I'm not going to do that. But with candles, it's a different story. I definitely will be doing exchanges. I'll definitely be doing, you know, if, you know, going back and forth, if exchanges isn't good enough and someone's just, you know what, I just want my money back, super easy. You can still, you know, figure that out like with your policy. So you want to take the time and think of how that's going to go for you. And then also your shipping, especially during this time, you have COVID-19, you got politics affecting the shipping these days. So you want to have some sort of disclaimer communicating how long it's going to take for someone to receive their item. or a roundabout. And you know, you want to do that to keep yourself safe. So for example, let's say you're making things to order and you're doing pre-orders. If it's going to take 10 days for them to get their product, you need to let them know that, so that they're not mad at you. Because you basically, let's say someone spends $150 on all these candles with you, and you're just holding, you know, they feel like you're just holding their money because they don't know that you're sitting there pouring the stuff, waiting for it to cure, all of that. So you definitely want to have those things in writing. And then in addition to that, you want to have your candle care policy. It's not even policy, it's just like a general, like I think it's law, or something like that, where like you have to have, you know, your warning labels on your candles, just like you have that, but on your website you have how to take care of the candles. You know, do not burn your candle longer than 4 hours, things like that. So that will keep you safe, because if someone admits to you, like I came home, you know, I came home and my candle busted, they just admitted that they left the candle unattended, right? So, you know, you could just be like, well, you weren't, you know, you didn't attend to the candle. Like, that's not your bad. That's their bad. That's user error. So that's an example of, you know, how the policies can protect you, but you need them anyway. You need policies. Do not skip over that either. It all goes together. So I think that was number 8, I think. Number 9 is going to be, I don't know if these numbers are mixed up, but trust me, it's going to be 10 by the end of this. But I think number 9 is going to be a email list. So you definitely want to retain people's emails when they are your customers, and even if they're just going to your website. And that's important because you want to have control over your customers' information, so that you can have control over when they're getting information from you. And a lot of sales, you know, the majority of sales are actually going to be returning customers, you know, if they like your brand, or referrals. So if they like your brand enough, they're going to let their friend or their mom or whoever know about you. And that's going to be a new sale for you. Anytime you talk to someone about your business, you're going to want to say, sign up to my email list, or you're going to want to have that posted somewhere, so that when you have a promotion, that they're informed when you have that promotion, and then there's more likelihood of sales during that time. You know, a really good example of this is, let's say someone gets a gift and they don't even know who you are. Let's say they threw away the box, you know, but before they threw away the box, they signed up on the email list. And 4 months later, it's Valentine's Day, and you're having this Valentine's Day promotion, and they get an email. They're super excited because they're like, oh my God, I love these candles. I forgot about this company. Like, heck yeah, I want to, you know, refer you, or heck yeah, I want to buy from you again, or buy a gift card from you again. So that's super important to have, you know, access to your customers. It's the way you have access to them. You don't want to have all of your, you know, you don't want to rely everything on things like social media, which is the next thing. So social media, I think, is number 10. If it's not number 10, I'm pretty sure it's number 10. I'm all mixed up already. I've done this 2 times. I don't know what to say. But social media is a really good way for marketing, and it's a free way for marketing. But like I said a second ago, you don't want to completely rely on social media, because things like social media does crash, you know, or they do change. Like with Instagram, you know, they changed the way they did their likes, you know, the way their algorithms are now. Some people, you know, you don't get to see every post based on whatever algorithm it is. But on the flip side, having social media is important because it's a free form of marketing. And, you know, it's easy for people to tag and refer your business. And also for people who don't even know you, the algorithm will lead them to your business if they've liked similar things, or similar, you know, good quality photos, you know, of yours, right? So that, I think that's number 10. But regardless if it's not number 10 or not, number 11, extra tip, is insurance. So you definitely want to have insurance. Let me back that up, because I might have already said insurance and I don't even remember, but I'm pretty sure I didn't say it. So you definitely want to have insurance. because you are dealing with fire and you are dealing with customers that could potentially burn their houses down. And I'm not saying that they're gonna do it because of you or that it's your fault, but you want to have something there to protect you and to pay for any damages that might be incurred if something does become your fault. Or let's say something's not your fault and they're trying to act like it's your fault. You need the money to pay a lawyer to fight them. And that's what insurance companies are for. And that will definitely save, keep you safe and save you money. So I really hope I didn't already say that. If I did, I'm gonna cut it out. But that, let me calm down. That concludes my top 10 things you need to know when you're gonna start your business to help you grow your business, start your candle business, or anything like that. This is my first video. I'm super excited about this because I'm a very shy person and I just decided I need to be on YouTube. I just became a mom. I don't know what to do with myself. It's quarantine. So please, if you like this video, please like it and then subscribe and then share it with someone that you think might need it or that it might be helpful. That concludes my 10 tips, my 10 plus tips for how to start and grow a candle business online. Please like and subscribe to this channel. This is my first video. I'm super excited. And I definitely plan on making more candle related videos coming up, along with other just business, how to grow your business online videos, because that's what I specialize in anyway. So I will have some links below. Check them out and stay tuned until the next time. Stay in the loop. Sign my email list.